My name is Jake Bennett. I serve as Director of Policy and Legislative Affairs for the Israeli-American Coalition for Action. I'm the grandson of 2 Holocaust survivors. I'm also the father of 2 young Jewish children. On behalf of my family and my community, I want to thank you for hearing this bill on Holocaust education. I'm here in support of the bill and of the amendment that adds to it the International Holocaust Remembrance Alliance, IHRA, definition of anti-Semitism. Adding that definition as a teaching standard is an absolute necessity to carrying out the intent of this bill, and I'll explain why. The American Jewish community has been living through a crisis since the October 7th attacks of 2023. To put it into focus, in the year before October 7th, there were only 3 anti-Semitism motivated assaults of Jewish students on U.S. campuses. In contrast, the year following, there were 77 anti-Semitism motivated assaults, the vast majority of which were linked to anti-Israel protests. Some of the students who held rallies in support of Hamas and cheered for Intifada, which are terror attacks or lynchings of Jews, apparently thought the right thing to do would be to target their Jewish fellow students for harassment, discrimination, and even physical assault. After all, they thought Israel's the Jewish state, so Jews anywhere and everywhere should be targets by proxy, right? Sadly, many of these students still do not recognize that their targeting of their fellow students of Jews for crime and discrimination is anti-Semitic and wrong. Jewish students and teachers were blocked from campuses for much of the past year, and over 550 cases of anti-Semitic vandalism were recorded within 3 months of October 7th. That's in addition to the thousands of cases of harassment that were referenced in earlier testimony. So why have 40 states passed Holocaust education legislation? The purpose is not a backward-looking study of history, but rather a forward-looking effort to improve society. States want their children to learn right from wrong, to learn to be upstanders in the face of injustice rather than bystanders, or even worse, accomplices and perpetrators. The IHRA definition of anti-Semitism is a critical element to Holocaust education. It's the consensus gold standard definition of anti-Semitism. It's been endorsed by 5 successive White House administrations, adopted for use by all federal agencies, and endorsed by 37 states to date. The IHRA definition also has a mandate from the American Jewish community with the backing of over 95% of American Jewish organizations, synagogues, schools, and community centers. As the 1993 Supreme Court case Wisconsin v. Mitchell established, defining bigotry does not chill free speech. The definition is critical to Holocaust education for 2 main reasons. 1, because in order to be forward-facing, Holocaust education must educate about anti-Semitism as it exists today, and not just as it existed in the Nazis' Third Reich. The IHRA definition incorporates examples of contemporary anti-Israel forms of anti-Semitism, making the material both current and relevant, as the prior examples demonstrate. The presence of the IHRA definition also serves as a safeguard against the potential hijacking of Holocaust education by anti-Israel extremists who seek out opportunities to invert the memory of the Holocaust by falsely portraying Jews and Israel as Nazis or oppressors. We've seen this play out in recent years in California's ethnic studies curriculum scandal. To pass this bill without grounding it in the IHRA definition risks leaving the primary legislative intent unfulfilled and creates a real possibility of seeing the Holocaust education effort corrupted in ways that could ironically boost contemporary anti-Semitism rather than combat it. I urge you to please pass this bill with the proposed amendment, and I'm available for questions if you have any. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Say hi to your son there behind you.
Yeah, he's homesick from school, sorry.
Yeah, he's interested in partaking in our session here. I like it.
There you go. It's his first hearing.
First hearing. Questions from the committee? Seeing none, thank you. Appreciate your testimony.